praise and adoration to him as always. And I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị onye ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla nke anyị nwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọbịa nwere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ uwe na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko m dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt, kwetu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuru nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị anyị ga-ekele ya ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji mma mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị ịchọ ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsogbu nkwa anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwa na-akpụ isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasịsi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụrụ ikonye ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala ọkwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na ebeghị iche ọzọ egwezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwere onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi, mara onye bi nke a na-ajọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, and remember, remember, in this channel, I bring information to you on things that are happening in the contraption called Nigeria, the problem that the people are facing, the intimidation that people are facing in that contraption called Nigeria. We will never be silent. We will continue to bring it to the front burner and let the world know what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Britain has formed a country that is not supposed to be existing. They forced us to be together through an arrangement that none of us signed into. And that very contraption that Britain has formed is trying to make sure that the people in that contraption got killed. People are losing their lives on a daily basis. People are losing their lives seriously on a daily basis. And it is not a joke. If you think it's a joke, you better think again. The Lord is happening. That is why the Biafrans are crying loud and shouting loud that they should be let go. Our Mohammadu Buhari, as you all know, was abducted from Kenya for committing no offense. He has committed no offense against Kenya, but Kenya people, through connivance of Nigeria, kidnapped him and then sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. Since then, we have been asking for the immediate release of Mohammadu Buhari Nnamdi Kanu, but the Janjaweed government in Nigeria are being reluctant. They cannot stop the freedom of our people. They can't stop the freedom of Mohammadu Buhari Nnamdi Kanu. Very, very soon he's going to be free. That is why you have to pray along with him. Wherever you are, whoever you are, so long you are supporting freedom of the Biafrans, so long you are someone who deserves freedom and supporting freedom, support our Mohammadu Buhari Nnamdi Kanu and pray along with him. He has given us a prayer to pray even before he was abducted. So we have to continue on that prayer. That prayer was to prepare us for what is happening today, and we don't have to relent in that prayer. Continue to pray. Join our faith with his own faith so that we can be able to achieve our victory. Very soon, Mohammadu Buhari Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out with victory. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. We know that Mohammadu Buhari Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. From the things that are happening, a lot of things are unfolding. A lot of things are happening, showing us a sign that Mohammadu Buhari Nnamdi Kanu will be free. They have no charges against him. Not one. Not any. As you can see, they are just playing their game of delay, trying to delay our Sulila Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wherever it is, but we will not permit that delay. That is why we have to continue to speak up. The Biafrans are willing to go. They are not ready to continue to be in this very condemnation called Nigeria. Nigeria is doing nobody any good. No tribe in that country called Nigeria is feeling it well. No tribe at all having it well in that very contraption. Indigenous tribe, I mean. The only people who are seem to be having it well are the Fulani Janjaweed because they are in power. And they are trying to make sure that they destroy other tribes. Not just destroying them, killing people and taking their land as much as they can. And they are being supported by the Janjaweed government led by Mohammadu Buhari. We cannot be silent about this. We can't be part of this. We are done. Biafrans are done. They are gone already. They are gone. And I believe the Oduduwas are moving. The Oduduwas are moving because they are not stepping back. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. The Middle Belt are also waxing strong. You can see Otong is the fight he's putting on. Otong is putting on a strong fight, even though he's a politician. He's speaking out openly. And thank God he's getting support from his own people. It is time for us to fight for our freedom. The only way for every indigenous tribe in that country to have peace is referendum. Continue to call for referendum. Stop calling for one Nigeria or one peaceful Nigeria. There will never be any peaceful Nigeria anywhere. Anybody who is telling you that Nigeria is going to be peaceful in time to come, it is a lie. It is a lie because the killer herdsmen are being sponsored by the government. They are being sponsored by the government. Samuel Oton, who is the chief security of a state, knows very well about this intel. He has information and he has every details he needs. He told us about it, that the Fulani Janjaweed is being sponsored by the government of Mohammadu Buhari. Not only him. Not only they have said it, a lot of people have made a confession. Danjuma also, General Danjuma also came out and made a confession that the military are colluding with the killers. That is not enough for you. Dr. Obodaya Melafia also came out to say it on his own way. Give information on details of what is about to happen. Why are you thinking that this is a joke? It is not a joke. If you are from the southern part of Nigeria and you are still sleeping, you better wake up. And every Biafra who has forgotten about fighting for freedom and gossiping, you are playing with your own life. You are playing with your life. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done every necessary thing he has to do for you and I to be awake. For you and I to be awake, that even in his absence, we can be able to defend ourselves. He went further to establish ESN for you and I. If we cannot be able to service the ESN even in his absence, that means we deserve death. He has done everything he's supposed to do for you and I. What are you waiting for? The only thing we have to do now is to pay back to him by asking for his unconditional release by every means possible. You can see the people in Nigeria are already acting on their own without anybody controlling them. When my brother Simon Lepa talked about autopilot, some people misunderstood him and some people went ahead to misinterpret him. But what he was saying was exactly the truth. That very prophecy he gave is really truth, and that is what is happening as I'm speaking. And if you cannot be able to allow the spirit of Biafra to work in people, you are in for a shock. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you think you have. It doesn't matter the position you think you occupy. Every Biafran have the right to fight for their freedom, and that is the call our Sulila Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been making. If you're going against people fighting for their freedom, you are actually going against the will of Sulila Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and it will not be well with you. He has given us the permission to go ahead and fight by all means possible to make sure that will bring Biafra. Even if you feel that you cannot follow his own direction, that his own direction is too tough for you or too tough for you, go your own way and make sure you speak for Biafra and get Biafra. The only people that will call our enemy are people who are speaking against Biafra. Anybody who is speaking up for Biafra, speaking up for Biafra and standing for the freedom of the indigenous people in that very country of Nigeria will support such platform and we go along with them. Let us stop listening to gossip, because what is coming ahead, if we do not take heed, it is going to shock everybody. It's going to shock everybody. For those who think they are going to push the struggle back, who think they're going to step down the struggle, you are in for a shock. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done the greatest job he's supposed to do for you and I, and nobody can stop it. He is moving on, doing greater things ahead. Nobody can stop him. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you say. The only way you can be able to succeed in this very trouble that we have in this country of Nigeria is by following every step that Sulila Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put in place. If you don't follow it, you are in for a shock. You are in for a big shock, and you will be surprised what is going to happen to you. You'll be surprised. There is no way you can succeed in this very environment that we are now. Formally, the information is that they are coming, but now they are on the ground. You can see a lot of videos flying. I'm even tired of sharing them because you see the Fulani Janjaweed, the way they are equipped, coming down south by all means possible, coming down fast south in full force, well armed, equipped by the federal government, equipped by the government of Nigeria. They can't deny it. They can't deny it. They equip them and they are still giving them power to penetrate into the cities. Today you hear about the repentant Boko Haram. Tomorrow you hear about the repentant Boko Haram. They are telling us that up to 4,000 Boko Haram members have surrendered to them. Where are those 4,000 Boko Haram members? Where is their pictures? Where did they keep them? Where did they keep them? These are the people who has taken over the northern part of Nigeria as we speak now. There is no longer school, no studies in no school anymore in the north. Schools are not functioning. In a place where more than 4,000 schools were shut down, how many are remaining? The schools that are operating, they are kidnapping people from there on a daily basis. And parents are withdrawing their children from schools. The government is doing nothing to protect them because they are the one that instigated this very insecurity. And their agenda is the same agenda with Boko Haram. The agenda of Mohammadu Buhari is the same with that of Boko Haram, the same with their so-called bandits. Even when they call them bandits, we know very well that those people are Boko Haram and not bandits. They can give them every kind of name they like. They give them Boko Haram, they rename them to a bandit. From bandit, they are calling them unknown gunmen. From unknown gunmen, they will give them whatever name they, whatever they call them, we know they are the terrorists. That is what they are. And they are coming into the city with the help of the federal government. It is not going to be well with them. They think it is a joke. They think we are playing. We are not playing. We are awake more than ever. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done a marvelous work. They think they can silence him. You cannot silence Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is on a strong mission. And he has done the most important aspect of it, which is awakening. Every indigenous tribe in Nigeria is awake, except for those who decide to die out of ignorance. Except for those who are willingly deciding to give their life to be killed. They are the people who are going to die. But everybody who will tell me that he doesn't know what is happening in Nigeria or what is about to happen, he must be the greatest joker on the planet Earth. Because it is out there. Everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been shouting about since 2015, people are even coming on national television today to testify to what he has said in the past. They are playing out before your own very eye. What are you still waiting for? The only way for us to survive now is self-defense. That is why if you are from southeastern part of Nigeria, equip the ESN by the every strength you have. Whatever contribution you have to make to the ESN, go and do it. They are still as strong as ever. They are still working. If you are hearing any rumor that they are not functioning, forget about all the gossip and rumors you are hearing. Those are the people that the DSS have used to make sure they bring down the struggle. But they can never. We have already crossed that very area. We have crossed that stage. Nobody born of a woman can stop Biafra from being actualized. Our rural brothers have woken up and they are doing marvelously well. You can't stop them. It doesn't matter how you try. The middle belt, you can see they are waxing through, speaking up more than ever. That is the work as soon as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do, and we have to encourage him. We have to continue to pray for him. Pray for him as much as you can. Pray for him that Chukwu Okama should bring him back to us as quick as possible. As for him coming, he is going to come out healthy and alive. And we will march into Biafra together. If you feel confused, anytime you feel confused and you're not sure of what you're hearing outside, go and listen to the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen to his messages. Anytime you feel confused, you will say that you don't know what you are pursuing or what you are fighting for. Go and listen to the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And for those who seem to be confused, who seem not to know what Biafra is fighting for, what we are up to, I'm going to play this interview for you. Watch the interview carefully so that you will know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for, what the Biafrans are looking for, what every Biafran is asking for. Watch this interview from beginning to the end. You will be surprised what you're going to hear.
What does Biafra mean?
It means freedom, liberty, fairness, equity, and justice.
In practical terms, these are very good sounding words, but in practical terms, what does Biafra mean?
Confederation.
So, a weak center,
Very weak.
very strong regions.
Absolutely.
Have you had a change of mind, therefore, about getting an independent Biafra? Because that's what I seem to be hearing.
No, I've not changed my mind, no. An independent Biafra means going back to the way we were before the white man came.
Okay, so you're not talking about a federation when you say a confederation. You're not talking about a federation as part of Nigeria. You're talking about total independence.
Absolute independence.
Complete independence. Now, is there anything that can happen that will make you change your mind about this particular direction?
No.
So it is either Biafra or nothing else?
Or death, yes.
Or death?
That's correct.
If push comes to shove,
yes,
will you go to war?
No, because truth is a far more potent and deadlier weapon than bullets and mortars.
So
truth.
No war? You've ruled out the...
Absolutely, I don't believe in war, no. No war. When I say Biafra or death, I'll keep pushing. Either I am alive, I die in the process, I won't stop. Allow me to repeat, if you don't mind. Had sovereign national conference been convened by the powers that be, where every ethnic nation, I said every, I don't care if there are 600, I don't care. Everyone is
all the 500 plus.
Everyone together to say this is all, others can delegate, I don't know, powers to other people to attend on their behalf. Sit down to say, what type of country do we want? Sit down, discuss, agree. I can begin to perhaps submit to your position.
Is it too late?
It is way too late. They've killed too many people. They've ruined too many lives. They've wasted too many souls. How do we bring those people back?
If the federal government, given the agitation that is going on, becomes convinced that, you know what, these people have a point, it is time to actually address all these issues, and they begin to systematically address some of these issues, would you change your mind?
No, because of the deceptions of the past.
No trust?
No trust. Aburi was there, it was negotiated. Nothing happened. 1968, if I recall. And the confab report, what became of it? How about the 3 R's? Reconciliation, reconstruction, and heaven knows what else. What became of them? Nothing. Calabar Seaport is not working. Can you tell me why it's not working? It's a seaport used by the colonial masters. Why is it not working today? How about Iguacha Seaport? Why is it not being used? Why not worry? Why must we allow only Lagos to function as a viable seaport? In England, where I used to live, you had Liverpool, you had the Sun, which is Portsmouth, Southampton, everywhere. You had harbors and ports. So why must you have only one?
I've heard people say these are very valid arguments, and that these are things that are to do with bad governance. So the average Biafran, to use your phrase, or Igbo man in the Igbo, is facing poverty much in the same way that the average guy in Yobe State is facing poverty. And so these are issues of governance. You don't agree with that?
I agree completely.
Okay. So if that is it, why isn't the agitation about tackling the problem, which is ensuring good governance, perhaps starting from locally? Because part of the allegations against you is that you don't confront your political leaders in the East, and you'd like to blame Abuja for everything.
Because the way I would want to solve a problem is not how a Fulani man would want to solve it.
You really believe this is an ethnic thing, and the approach is different?
No, the approach is different. No, it's not ethnic. It is more to do with value system.
Right.
The way you may want to solve a problem could be markedly different from how I do mine.
What is the geographical makeup of Biafra, as far as you are concerned, this Biafra that you want? So, for example, if we're doing a referendum, where will that referendum take place? Is it only the 5?
It's on, no.
It's okay.
It's on, which is River State, Bayelsa, Delta, Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, Cross River.
Akwa Ibom?
And Akwa Ibom, of course. Yes.
Right.
Those are the coasters. Basically,
Bayelsa?
Yes. Southeast and South-South without Edo State.
Without Edo State.
That's correct. And then including Igede, Idoma.
Right, the Benues. So
That's
the
correct.
Igalas and part of the
Absolutely.
Kogi
Yes.
Kogi
Yes.
State, right?
Yeah.
Nyesom Wike, the governor of the governor of Rivers State, made a statement, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, and said, you know, you should not be including Rivers State and the people.
Not him. I can't decide for Biafrans. They have to go and vote and convince the whole world that they want Biafra. It's not for instance, it's only one man, one vote.
What if they're not even willing to take part in the referendum? Because I've had people from the South, for example, from Bielsa. I've had people from Cross River. I think there's a famous actress, Kate Henshaw, for example, wrote a long piece about why people of the South don't want to be dragged into a place called Biafra. You're saying, regardless of what they say, you want a referendum in those parts?
Because I know the majority of the people want a referendum. I was in Iguacha yesterday.
How do you know?
I was there yesterday. I was in Iguacha yesterday. You call Port Harcourt. I was there yesterday. I should have been there to see what happened.
Now,
they were delighted to see me. I'm sure you know that. It's all over the place. They're very happy to see me. I bet Kate Henshaw wouldn't get such reception were she to go to Iguacha.
She's a big, popular Nollywood actress. I wouldn't necessarily...
I'm telling you, if I go to her village, people will turn out to see me more than turn out to see her.
After listening to this interview, I hope now you know what we are fighting for. It is either Biafra or death. We can never compromise our freedom. We will take our freedom because the place we are, all they want is to kill us. They do not want us to be part of Nigeria, and they do not want us out. We have to force our way out and get our freedom. It doesn't matter what they do. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra must surely come. May Chukwu Okike must continue to protect Asunda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okike must strengthen Asunda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okike must give Asunda Mazi Kanu good health, strengthen him and bring him back to us as soon as possible. We are waiting. Nothing will happen to him because he is on a divine mission. And we are hoping very soon we will march into Biafra land with Asunda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, lifting our flag of Biafra and singing our national anthem, celebration in Biafra land. Thank you so much for watching, and remember guys, bye bye. See you again on the next video.